One of the true delights of the garden is attracting pollinators. Today we explore the fascinating world of monarchs and how to make them feel at home in our garden. You won't want to miss it, so stay tuned as we garden smart. Pollinator gardens are both beautiful and serve to attract wildlife. A particularly fascinating pollinator is the regal monarch, who travels thousands of miles each year from Canada to Mexico, finding their beloved milkweed along the way to deposit their eggs, giving rise to the next generation. Today we meet with Andy Davis, a wildlife ecologist at the University of Georgia, who's been fascinated with monarchs his entire life, to learn from him what we can do as gardeners to encourage pollinators and help sustain the monarchs for their long journey. Dr. Davis, thanks so much for joining us. Welcome to the show.
All right, thank you for having me.
So we've done many shows on pollinators, but we've not yet spoken to an expert in butterflies, and I'm fascinated to have this conversation with you. You're someone who's been passionate about monarchs and butterflies, frogs, beetles, many things, but you've studied butterflies for a long time, and I just want to ask you, what sparked your interest in this passion in butterflies?
Well, that's a great question. You know, I kind of started my career as an ornithologist of all things, and I studied bird migrations way up north in Canada. And when I came down here to the States to work, I realized that the monarch butterflies have a very similar migration system that birds do, where they have a long distance journey in the fall to selected wintering sites in Mexico, and then they come back north again in the spring. And that kind of journey to me kind of fascinated me. And it sort of started me on my own journey to study the monarch butterfly migration, which is kind of where a lot of my expertise is in these days. As you said, I do study a lot of critters, but I've been studying the monarch butterflies for the longest.
Well, speaking of monarchs, let's talk a little bit about the life cycle of the monarch butterfly.
Well, I just happen to have one right here.
Oh, wow.
And this is a monarch butterfly, and this is a butterfly that lays its eggs only on one type of plant, the milkweed plant, which is in the genus Asclepias. And there are about 100 different species of milkweeds in North America. This monarch butterfly will lay her eggs on the milkweed plant. The eggs will hatch, turn into little caterpillars, and the caterpillars will stay on the plant, eat the plant until they develop into a pupae, and then after they're done transforming, they turn into the adult butterfly and then fly away.